What's up, guys? Titan Lifestyle with Big Dru.
Titan Lifestyle Friday already, ready to do it. It's a beautiful day. We've got beautiful news, too.
Yes, we got a lot of big news coming, a lot of things we're going to go over today with you guys and talk about. So it should be a pretty entertaining show.
Yeah.
You know, and at that point, we're going to talk about some of the current issues going on right now in the world, in your house. You know, what's going on over here in Florida with me, Big Dru, Art, and the whole Titan crew.
We're going to shut some people up, too.
Oh, yeah.
Some naysayers that were saying that something wasn't good, and it is now, so that's the good news. But, it's been going well.
All right, so let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. So we're going to return back to normal status here, hopefully very shortly. And at that point, Titan Medical Center events are going to be in full swing again because we're missing all these events. Plus, Big Dru's Lift Party.
The Big Dru Lift Party is still going on, guys. It's still set for the specific date that you guys got the invitations for. If for some reason the gym isn't back open, then I'm going to push the date back. But the Big Dru Lift Party is still going down. It's almost like a comeback. It's like a welcome back to the gym party now because everybody's sitting on the couch waiting for the gyms to open back up. So what better way to open it back up at my party? Sponsored by Titan Medical, the one and only Titan Medical. We're going to have t-shirts, free samples. It's going to be crazy out there. But the Big Dru Lift Party is still going on.
Absolutely.
I'll let you know if we don't have it, and I'll also let you know if it is going to be pushed back. But it's going to be a great comeback party for everybody who's basically just waiting to get back to the gym.
You know, we were talking about what we're going to do there as far as like free injectable shots for people. So now, I mean, this is a no-brainer. We're going to do immune system boosting shots or amino blend shots. I'll give people the choice when we go out there, and we have the nurse practitioner out there giving these injections right on spot. So you guys will have, you know, an added incentive to be able to come out. You guys can get an immune system booster or amino blend shot and get to train with us, me, Big Dru, and a whole bunch of the Titan crew, the whole Flex Appeal Miami crew, Tampa. Yeah. So big shout out as far as some of those people are going to show up to the party. We got a whole bunch of invites out there. We don't know where it's going to be located at yet, but it's going to be going down. So it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be awesome. So, all right, so that's back to the gym. There's cheap flights going on right now.
It's getting crazy. I have so many people hitting me up saying, I can get a cheap flight here, I can get a cheap flight there. Yeah. And, you know, we're not supposed to be going anyplace right now. Right. It's not good to travel right now.
Right.
But I actually just looked. It was just to see it. I couldn't believe it. Like, I could get a round trip for like $68 to Puerto Rico. One person round trip. Yeah, it was one person round trip for like. I mean, it was a cheaper airline, you know. But I mean, I don't really like flying cheaper airline. But the fact that you could literally go to Puerto Rico round trip for $68. I mean, that's cheaper than driving. You know, we're here in Miami. It's cheap. I'm here in Tampa. It's cheaper than driving to Miami in a car.
So you know, with that though, like, you know, I mean, people are obviously scared of traveling right now on the airplanes and stuff like that. And I don't know what cities or, you know, Puerto Rico, if it's locked down, because these places are coming locked down. It might be a good idea though to buy these tickets in advance for maybe a further down, like 5-6 months down the road.
Exactly, yeah, because most airlines they'll let you book up to 6 months out. So I was actually just told this a couple weeks back. Whenever I noticed everything was getting crazy, someone mentioned the flights are down. She was like, one of my Uber drivers actually, she was like, book it 6 months out, get it now, and then that way everything will be cleared up by then. So I mean, that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to look at flights later, maybe take like a weekend trip or something to Puerto Rico because it's so close. For us.
It's
for
sure.
It's like the flight is like right there and come right back. So
be nice. Hopefully,
I don't know if I would travel now unless it was like an extreme emergency where, you know, a friend or family was terminally ill and I had to go or something like that. That I would do. But I don't know if I would fly right now with all the stuff going on. And plus, once you get there, just like what you said, if it's locked down. But then again, if you could go to a hotel where you knew the hotel was going to stay open, it was on the beach, and it had decent food. I mean, it's kind of like you could just fly there and stay at the hotel for 2 or 3 days as opposed to just, you know, driving up to Clearwater or Miami for the weekend.
For sure.
But then again, it's like you never know. Everything's day to day, hour to hour.
Day to day, man. It is crazy, man. We're holding on, you know, to every last single word said on the news about what's going on, these press conferences.
Enjoy everything.
Right? Yeah. I mean, don't take anything for granted. I mean, life as we know it has changed and will be forever changed. Okay? That just is what it is. What's up, JP? How you do? Andrew, what's going on, man? How you guys doing? Thank you guys for tuning in. Titan Lifestyle. Amanda, Jesse, how you guys doing? Will, Ellen, Garcia Jr., what's up? Wayne, how you, man? Dave Hensley, my man. Brad, what's going on, guys? Thanks for joining us. So we're just talking about the Big Dru Lift Party coming on. Cheap flights right now. Looking to the future to travel. here, if you guys want to try some place, maybe in 5-6 months, book the trip now. Some of these places have refundable tickets.
Yeah, even rental cars or everything. Everything's cheap right now. If you get a flight and a rental car, wherever you're going, the rental car is going to be like half the price. Yeah. The hotel will probably be half the price. And the flight might even be like 75% off of what the normal price is. Wherever
you guys are going, and if you guys are right now, please be safe wherever you guys are at. Hope you guys are healthy. Hope the family's healthy out there. All the craziness going on. There's a lot of hysteria, a lot of stress. Don't stress. That will break down the immune system faster if you're anxious and stressed all the time. I know it's easier said than done, but just try your best, okay, guys?
That's especially coming in here. I mean, you don't have to come in here.
Yes.
We service every state nationwide, so you could do everything from your home. Like I said last week, a lot of people are out running around. People are getting sick, going to see if they're sick, because they're in the waiting room with a whole bunch of sick people, or they go to the emergency room hanging around a whole bunch of sick people.
Man.
Everybody's coughing and wheezing, waiting to get seen. You can sit at home from your desktop, from your computer, from your iPhone, and get a hold of us. We can take care of it, have it, everything sent right to from the U.S. Pharmacy, so everything is legit. No contact. You could stay in quarantine and still have Titan.
Yes.
It's one of the few things you could actually have. Everything else is shut down. You could stay in quarantine, look out the door, and your package is right there.
Absolutely.
It happened to me today. My package was right there.
I mean, it's a beautiful thing as far as that goes. Now, we offer all services from hormone replacement therapy, blood testing, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies. So that's including injectable vitamin C, injectable zinc, glutathione, a super antioxidant, right? Vitamin D. All these are injectables. Plus, don't forget about our great blends like Nectar of the Gods, Titan Complete, Hercules Potion. You guys can set up your blood draws all around the United States and still go in the labs like LabCorp or Quest. They are not doing any swabs in LabCorp or Quest, so don't be freaked out. You're not going to go in there with possible people that have coronaviruses, or there might be if there are some people in there. I don't know who's carrying, who's not, but as far as for testing purposes, they're not doing that. And we got the special going on right now for guys. It's $130, for females $200. So that's a great discount for you guys to take advantage of. Even if you don't want to go to the lab right now, you can buy the blood test at this price and use it in 5 or 6 months if you want.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
take advantage of it.
Take advantage of it.
Can they buy more than one?
Sure. If you guys
if you want to buy one for a friend, you can buy 3 and save them and just use them when they need them.
Blood tests, if they want to do that, it's not a problem.
I would load up then because they're going to definitely go up.
Absolutely. They're going to go back for sure. You
don't want to pay full price. Get it down.
No, definitely you want to get it at the cheaper discount for sure. So we're servicing nationwide, everywhere, every state. We're also doing primary care medications and visits. So if you need cholesterol medication, your diabetic medication, Valtrex, there's a number of different things that we can supply for you guys. Libido Enhancers. If you're in isolation, quarantine, at home orders with your partner or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever it is, you guys will be able to perform like champions all throughout the day. Watch Netflix and chill.
I'm thinking it's going to be like a baby boom in about 9 months from now. It
is, right?
Everyone's just in the house relaxing and
man.
doing whatever, getting bored.
It's getting crazy. It's definitely getting crazy. If you guys are in the area, IVs, to boost that immune system, you guys want to boost your immune system. I've got my IV in right now, so I'm doing that. I'm always trying to boost my immune system no matter what. You have no idea who you're coming in contact with. If you're touching people or you're touching things, even cardboard boxes that are coming in from shipments, you guys got to be safe about those or wary a little bit.
Phones too, guys. Make sure you're wiping down your phone with Lysol or some type of disinfectant wipe. I see people set their phone down, the place I'm training right now is a private place, but there's still a few people in there. I see them set their phone down on an equipment. When they're done working out, they wipe down the equipment, they go in the locker room, they wash their hands and everything, but then they grab that same dirty phone that's been sitting on the floor, it's been sitting on the table, and then it goes, exactly, closest to your face.
Right to your face.
So, I mean, be careful with your phone. I see people go in public restrooms. I saw a guy one time, and he put his phone on the top of the urinal. He was using the bathroom and his phone in the urinal. Then he grabbed his phone, went and washed his hands and everything, but then put his phone in his pocket and walked off. I'm like, keep your phone clean.
Man, guys.
Your phone's on you constantly now. You're touching it. It's constantly.
Guys. And, with gloves out there, so PPE, personal protective equipment.
Sanitizer on it.
Get your sanitizer. We are selling hand sanitizer. We've got it for patients, so we can ship that across the United States from the pharmacy to you guys. That's who's making the hand sanitizer, the pharmacies. They're getting adaptive to this stuff. They're trying to help us out as much as possible. We're telling them what's going on with the patients and what they need, and they're doing different things like this, No money in it, But hey, listen, we're at least getting out. We're helping the community. We're helping people around the country. A lot of people cannot get hand sanitizer. I talked to Pat Russo.
And go ahead.
Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, I talked to him, and basically his wife works in a hospital right now, and they are totally out of hand sanitizer.
Yeah, this sanitizer, too, it's not like the main company that produces sanitizer. It's like a real thick gel. You can see it everywhere. This isn't like that. I just used some. It's almost like I'm not going to say baby oil, but it's like in between baby oil and gel. I put like a little bit in my hand and it spread throughout my whole hand.
Yep.
A lot of those hand sanitizers, you have to like gob it on.
Yep.
And then it has that gel.
That thick
and if
gel.
you turn your hand a little bit, it falls off.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
That gob, it just falls off. But this is like, it's almost like a gel oil base.
Yeah.
It isn't going to like dry out your hands.
It's like Aquarius. That's what they call it. Aquarius, whatever it is. Yeah, it's good. It's definitely good, man. Yeah. You know, it's definitely good. And like I said, if you guys can't get it, we can do it. So that it's real simple and real easy to do. And no restaurant or pool open. Yeah, so some of the places are shutting down as far as that goes. Their pool areas and restaurant areas, obviously. So if you're staying in these hotels, I'm sorry about that. That just is what it is. Everybody's trying to be safe out there, and they're trying to do the right thing. So that's kind of what it is, man. So personal protective equipment. So PPE, I've heard you probably heard this a million times, right? Because doctors, hospitals, personal protective equipment. So a lot of people that are out there right now, like me, or excuse me, like the average Joe out there, the regular person does not have PPE. So that's N95 respirators. Some people don't have gloves. And I see some people wearing gloves out there, right? So I seen a couple people wearing gloves at the gas pump the other day.
I saw a guy driving today with gloves.
With gloves, right? But the whole thing is the gloves can spread germs just the exact same way. So when you take off the gloves, if you put your hand on top of the glove and then take it off, you've now contaminated your hands. It's cross-contamination. So there's a way to take off gloves without contaminating yourself. Plus, if you have gloves on, right, and you go out and you touch the pump, and you do all the ATM stuff, and you get back in your car with the gloves, and you put on the steering wheel, you've just contaminated your steering wheel.
Yeah.
So you guys got to be able to use these things and know about contamination, cross-contamination. If you guys don't know these good ways of not to cross-contaminate, look it up on Google. It'll tell you what to do.
Yeah, because it's protecting your hands, but it's not protecting the actual...
Right. Well, it's getting on the gloves, and then you're going in and you're touching other things with those gloves.
Yeah, so your hand's clean, but then like the glove is just transporting all over.
Right. So if you're going to use them on the outside, hey, listen, it's a one-time use type deal. It's not an all day. And that's just what it is. If you guys can get N95 respirator masks, and I know they're supposed to go to all the hospital people and stuff like that. Listen, I bought some on eBay and stuff like that for like $20 a pop. I know it's a little expensive. Those things are 85 cents to make, and it is what it is. But I've got our whole family doing it on the outside because my dad's at home and he's got immune problems and he's got congestive heart failure and things where he's high risk. So I'm not trying to bring back any germs. Another thing is wear glasses. If you guys aren't wearing glasses, this could be in the air and you guys can get it right through your eyes too as well. So just on a mask. But if you guys are going to go all out, you guys might as well go all out. Wear the glasses, wear the mask, wear the gloves, and know what you're doing with it. And at that point, if people look at you stupid or they want to comment, hey, that's on them. It's all up to you what you want to do. It's a free country. I walked in Publix yesterday, and I haven't been going in there lately. I've been sending like Shipt or an Instacart. But I went there yesterday. Obviously, me, my son, and Sharice, and all three of us had all the protective gear on. So I don't care, and I won't care. Even Publix right now, what they're going to start doing is they're going to start putting in plexiglass in between the registers now to protect the person at the register from the person.
Is it temporary while this is going on, or is it always going to be like this?
This is what I'm trying to say, man. Life is going to change.
Yeah, this is like, this is
after
similar,
this shit.
This is like when 9/11 changed like the whole travel thing. This is going to be like times 100.
I mean, everything you see that's rolling out right now will probably be pushed to the future. So, I mean, teleschooling, people not wanting to be by each other with social distancing. Yeah. I mean, I want to bring up some different things with the social distancing. Let's talk about it. So, if it's somebody's birthday and they have candles on the cake, they can't blow out their candles now and pass out the cake, right? Because you're going to be blowing on the whole cake.
Hey, know what I used to do when I was a little kid that was this straight nasty, and all kids did it when I was little? Bobbing for apples.
Oh, shit.
Bobbing for apples. Remember when it was like Halloween? You get the big metal old school bucket with just tap water and a whole bunch of apples that were just picked, thrown in there, weren't even washed. And everyone just mouth open, just nose, everything.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Things,
what about swimming?
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
They're going to have like chlorine regulations where chlorine has to have this certain type of...
Right.
It's going to get crazy.
I mean, things are definitely going to get crazy and definitely going to change. What up, Manny? What's up, Cody? How you guys doing?
Say what?
Oh, Manny's out there in the streets right now. TPD. Big shout out to Manny Santana, Jerome Graham, all of our Tampa PD out there, and police officers. We appreciate you guys and first responders, everybody in the medical field that's risking their lives, like literally risking their lives and putting their ass and family on the line. So we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for doing such a good job. Hopefully this thing's going to get better. But like we were saying, life's going to change as we know it. I mean, I was even talking to Art the other day. I'm like, listen, what if you're single and you want to meet a girl? How do you do that now? I need to go through the internet. So like when you meet them for the first time with social distancing.
Well, pretty soon, it's already like that now. Instagram and all that. I mean, it's already like that.
All right, so you meet them online, right? But you got to have some physical, like, I mean, what's the point, right? I mean, you're going to meet them and talk to them all day, right? So at that point, like, now you want to meet them in person. So how does that go?
The same way. What do you mean? You just meet them in person.
You're not supposed to be within 6 feet away, bro.
Of anybody?
That's the law.
That's how you can't. That's
the law.
So we're breaking the law right now.
Breaking the law, me and you. We're outlaws.
This is an illusion, just for people who don't know.
I'm 6 feet away.
It looks like we're close, but you know.
Yeah. See.
All
right. So no, listen. We've got two different cameras on us in two different places. They're seeing us different ways. But that's a whole nother thing.
Well,
so when this gets over,
how come elevators are open? Every day I get in the elevator, I'm like this. 8 floors, I'm holding my breath. It's bad.
So we are offering partnerships and franchises for Titan Medical Center across the country. So if you guys have interest in that, email titanmedicalcenter.com. So what about pictures?
Pictures?
Yeah, so we want to take a picture together. You know how we go together and like flex together? Now we're going to have to be 6 feet apart.
We're probably going to have to take the picture and then like try
Panoramics.
to bring it in.
Panoramics.
Everyone, it's gonna look like a collage of like licenses. It's gonna be a whole bunch of headshots. And
it's gonna get crazy, guys. Strip clubs.
Yeah, it's gonna be behind the glass.
I know. Yeah,
it's gonna be virtual. Might as well just Pornhub it,
dude. I mean, it's gonna get to this point, guys. I mean, you know, who knows what we have in store for this community and for our world. And like I said, telelearning for kids. People aren't going to want their kids to go back to school. I mean, kids were, the biggest carriers of germs in my eyes. When people go to school, or my kid used to go to school before, and somebody was sick there, people would send their kids to school sick. Those kids would get your kids sick down. They come home and they get the whole family sick. And this has happened over and over and over. And this is why glutathione was good before the coronavirus, because a lot of people would take it as a preventive or prophylactic, right? So it's just crazy how things are going to go. So I want to see, I guess, because life is going to definitely change. And like you said, day to day, we're seeing different things every day. I mean, every day something new is coming about, something different is going to be put about.
I'm wondering how schools are going to change.
Teleschool. Like my kid's doing right now. He's doing teleschool.
I saw one.
You know? So, I mean, Zoom or one of these
but he was actually talking with his teacher and everything. That was weird.
Yeah.
He was
and then you can see all the other kids on the
I thought it was just like a format and they have to go and take the test and his results. Like, I didn't know the teacher was right there.
Totally interactive. So
that's even better.
It's kind of what it is. Well, I mean, to a certain degree, yes, but somebody's still gonna have to watch your kid. And let me tell you guys why. So Peter doesn't really start school till next week. Okay, but we've had the virtual program because there's a tutor that does it right now, and they do the exact same way. She has a curriculum for the school. But my thing is I have him in my office back here, totally isolated, secluded. But when I go in there, he has his phone underneath the desk. Nobody knows because they can't see the phone until I walk in and say, "What are you doing? Put that damn phone down. Listen to what she's saying." So you're gonna have to supervise this to some degree because all kids, they're just not gonna listen. They're gonna do what they want and stuff like that. So that's just a whole different thing, I guess. So I that's crazy. That's crazy.
Having a phone now in school.
It's crazy. All right, so here's another one. So the coronavirus Medkit, the Titan Medical Center is offering, right? The package. So what this has is hydroxychloroquine and erythromycin. Now, I put this post out with Sharice, and some of the athletes put it out earlier this week. A lot of people gave us a lot of flack about it, saying a lot of different things. Now, a couple days ago, I posted what the vice president said, and now they're telling you right now. New York is using it for mostly all the patients. They had 10,000 doses approved by the FDA. They're doing their own testing right now. They've also approved this hydroxychloroquine for off-label use for patients that might be having symptoms or have COVID-19. This has been used in other countries up to date, and now it's being used here. So the real reason is because they don't want all this medication to be sold out, back ordered, or hoarded. And that's what's kind of going on in the United States right now. So we do offer this medication package. So if you, a loved one, friend, anybody in the United States is going through COVID-19 or have these bad symptoms, shortness of breath, coughing, right? Or you have a fever and you're having all three of these, you guys can contact us. You guys can do your appointment by FaceTime or Skype anywhere in the country, and our pharmacy can ship directly to you. I've seen some of the governors, like in Nevada, close this down, saying it's not being able to use for off-label use. Well, federal law supersedes state law, so at that point, you guys should be good to go.
And for everybody who was talking junk about it not being FDA approved, it's FDA approved now.
Yes.
So shut up.
Off-label use, FDA approved for off-label use.
Shout out to the FDA for getting it right. They got it right. Sometimes it does. On a serious note, guys, it does take time. When stuff isn't FDA approved,
absolutely,
just because it's not FDA approved does not mean it's good for you. It just means there hasn't been enough tests and trials done where they could have, a deciding factor. It's kind of like
off-label use. So let's talk about off-label use. So off-label use means this. It means that a drug was FDA approved for one thing. So hydroxychloroquine was approved for malaria. All right, it was a malaria drug, but it's still been approved by the FDA. Now, for off-label use, you're using this drug for something else. And I'll give you an example here in the HRT world. HCG is prescribed for off-label use for add-back therapy for testosterone patients. It's not FDA approved for testosterone patients to keep their light cells functioning.
Give people, off-label versus...
Yeah, so
because some people hear off-label, they automatically think, well, it's not safe or it's not good.
No, that's
not
true.
So what is the difference, just for people, what is the difference of off-label as opposed to,
Sure. So an FDA-approved drug for the use of, like I said, the example I give is a hydroxychloroquine. It's made for patients that have malaria. Now, it's already been approved by the FDA for that. And off-label use is using a drug for a different purpose that's already been FDA approved. Okay? So that means that you can use hydroxychloroquine for this or for whatever the doctor thinks he wants to use it for as an off-label use. Just like HCG. It's used for fertility.
It's also used for...
But it's also used for add-back therapy for testosterone patients. There's other drugs that have been used for off-label use and are still used for off-label use today and work very, very well.
So that'd be like similar to aspirin.
Right. So aspirin can be used for anything.
Off-label, it could be used for blood. It could be for blood pressure. It could be used for headache. It could be used for fever.
Let's talk about Botox.
Yeah.
Botox was originally made for skin, right? Like for aesthetic purposes. Now, medical use now, and this is FDA approved for medical use now, but they were starting to do this before it was for off-label use for headaches, migraines. So at that point, Botox is used for and this is an FDA
They could also
approved
use
now.
it for the arm for sweat.
Right.
Sweat.
Hands, and that's an off-label use.
So tamoxifen, Novadex, originally for breast cancer.
Yes.
Now it's used as an anti-estrogen or to combat estrogen-related side effects. So
absolutely,
off-label use just means
it was approved by the FDA for one thing.
For one thing, but they use it for another.
Exactly.
So that happens with drugs all the time.
Absolutely.
They find out
absolutely. If they find out
there was one that
like if a doctor says
injectable tanning, the
melatonin.
Yeah, that was awfully. That wasn't even really FDA approved at all.
So bromolditide, that's PT-141, which is the sequence that makes the erection part.
Yeah, so that exactly. Yeah,
yes.
Cialis, same way.
And
Cialis is prescribed now for people with high blood pressure because it thins out your blood,
BPH.
but it also helps with ED. So off-label use could be anything. Off-label use is actually a good thing because you actually can kill two birds with one stone when using it the right way. Yes.
And in the CDC, I guess right now, they're cutting red tape left and right on a lot of these drugs and stuff like that. So it's a good thing. I think the things are going to change as far as that goes, and people are going to be more open to try these different drugs for different things if it can help. So it's going on right now.
Shout out to Mark Neal in California. He's on lockdown. He said he loves the show.
Oh, yeah.
What are you guys doing out there in California? And my question is, I know you guys are on lockdown, but how strict are they enforcing it?
Right.
Are you able to walk to the store? Are you able to go to the grocery store?
Yep.
If they see you out, what do they say? I'm just curious. We're not on lockdown right here. So I'm just, is it like... is it going to be like people running up to you like, get in the house, or is it like,
So I've been kind of keeping tabs. We have a lot of California patients already. Mark Neal's one of them. Thank you for tuning in, Mark. And I hope the home programs, because these are part of the Titan Fitness programs, I hope that's going well for you too. So here's a couple of things going on in California. One, they tried to close gun stores as non-essential. Now everywhere else, like Florida and all that, they're essential. Different states have different takes on if gun stores should be essential or non-essential businesses. So they tried to close them down in California, and I guess these gun shop owners, they said, screw this, we're staying open. And the cops aren't going to do anything about it. So that's one thing. The second thing is that the cops got the order basically that they're to let go anything that's a misdemeanor offense, stealing.
Let people out of jail.
Well, that's one thing. Yeah. But if somebody, like they had video of this one guy, right, and they're going in the store and then just start stealing things in front of the person, and they're not stopping them or anything, and just walk right out.
Oh, because they're not reporting theft.
They can't. Well, the police aren't going to show up for it.
Oh,
there's like 4 or 5 different offenses that basically.
But do they still have a police report and they still go back later and check, or just you take what you want?
Police aren't even showing up.
Because I know there was a lot of girls doing that.
Yep.
With the shoplifting in the Florida stores, where certain stores they can't stop you.
Yeah.
Like they can't physically stop you.
Yeah.
So they knew this. They would go in there, literally load up the shopping cart, and walk out. They'd be like, "Hey, stop!" They just have to let them walk out, and they'd go. They get a description and all that, but they can't stop them. So they can't. My question is, why let people know that you're not going to come if they call?
Well, think about this. Now,
why not just have that within the force and they know it and they don't say anything? Because it's almost giving people a green light.
It's giving people a green light. It really is. And that's why people are doing it. And then you're letting out the prisoners that are drug, theft, and a couple other, non-violent crimes.
Yeah.
So at that point, these people know now, like, listen, I got in trouble for this before. I had to go to jail. I got let out of jail. Now I'm going to go back and do this right now. What else are they going to do?
And the thing is, they're the smartest ones up.
It is. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, that it is what it is, man. But it's a crazy world that we're going to live in. And hopefully nothing happens out there. And hopefully we get over this quick so we don't have to deal with any of this garbage.
Orange Beach, Alabama. Never heard of it?
What's up, Orange Beach, Alabama? How you doing, man? Julia, thank you for tuning in. Cincinnati, Ohio just posted the same thing. Wow. So, I've seen a lot of different states going around right now. Actually, Florida's one of them, too, as well. But, I talked to some of the cops around here, and they said they aren't going to let that go down. So, at that point,
Florida's different.
They're not going to let that go down. So, that's good. That's definitely good. Good movies on Netflix.
That Tiger one.
Yes, Tiger King.
I started it, but I watched like 5 minutes, and I just felt like watching something else.
Exotic Joe.
I would have watched. These guys got me wanting to watch.
Exotic Joe. Carol fed him to the Tigers. So you guys will know what that means if you guys watch the series. So us here in Florida, we have especially in Tampa, we have the Big Cat Rescue, and that's kind of who this guy, Exotic Joe, he's like a gay, like exotic trainer, breeder, cowboy guy who likes to shoot guns. Yeah. It's just really funny. All these people I think are crazy in the show. Just to let you know this up front.
But and you don't need a license.
You do not. So all right. So for tigers here in the United States, there's nothing on the books legality wise about owning a tiger. Now, buying tigers is one thing. So as long as you have a cage, you have the cage that they will fit in. I remember when I was growing up, like up in Indiana, this guy who was this biker dude on this real successful tattoo shop had a cage installed on his truck and had this white Bengal tiger. It was ridiculous. But nowadays, you can still have a tiger. Now, usually it's when they get bigger is when you have problems with them, and then people let them go or they give them away, and that's kind of what the series talks about, and some of the different things and how they make money on it.
He was spending $200,000-$300,000 on food every month.
Yeah, feeding the tigers.
Who? This guy?
Yeah.
This guy.
Well, where's he get his money from?
Well, so basically,
it's $250,000 a month.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were going around were doing it, and you'll see. I don't want to give away the whole series, but he was basically going around like when you do like petting zoos,
carnivals, and
like he would go to malls and like you could pet like the cubs, you could have your own.
For how much? $10,000? I mean,
well, think about it. If you have 1,000 people show up, if you charge $50 a pop, and they get the shows, they get the personal time, they get this. They had their own like zoo. He's out of Oklahoma. Yeah. They've got these places all around the country, and they show like some of these main guys and these seedy people. So you'll really get a good understanding once you see it.
The guy looks like the tiger.
Yes. So and basically at this point, like he's in jail right now for plotting a murder against Carol.
Don't give it out too much.
All right, so
don't give it out too much.
This was national news. I remember seeing this guy's face like 6 or 7 months ago. Now he's really.
But did you know about it before you saw the movie?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I was going to say, don't tell me.
Yeah. So basically, it was a plot for murder, a hire for this lady, and I didn't know why or anything. I know they were pissed off at each other because they both raised tigers and they were going back and forth. But you'll see it. if you know Tampa or you're around Tampa area, it has Big Cat Rescue in it and kind of the story behind that and how it all came, which is, to me, it was an eye-opener. I always thought it was kind of a cool place. And now I've got kind of mixed emotions about it. Let's put it that way. So that's a good one. Now, listen, here's something if you guys don't know. So the movie industry, obviously you can't go to the movie theaters, right? So what's happening to all those movies? Have you seen, Drew?
They're streaming them like Netflix and stuff.
Yep.
In theater movies, yeah.
In theater movies, you can actually rent now. So the good ones that are out, The Gentleman, that was a Guy Ritchie movie. I talked about it before. It has like Matthew McConaughey in it. A lot of big actors are in it. Invisible Man, Birds of Prey. There's the one movie with Ben Affleck where he was like the basketball coach. I can't remember the name of it.
I think I'm gonna do like a movie night. I haven't had I usually I watch like one, but I think I'm gonna do like a movie night where I watch like 2 or 3.
It's cool. Blood Spot. The Way Back with them right there. Bloodshot with Vin Diesel. That was pretty good. That was the last movie I got to see in the movie theater before they closed down. So that was a really good one.
Was it Self-Made? I just watched. It was good. Was it Self-Made? Self-Made?
I don't know.
Something like that. It was
It's about a lady that her family came from slaves. She worked in this lady's house, and then she ended up being the richest. Like
what wasn't this
Self-Made?
Yeah, I've seen it. I gotta watch it though. I definitely seen the trailer on it.
She ends up being like you gotta.
Guys,
I don't want to give too much away, but it's real good. Real good.
So check these movies out.
I love based on a true story movies because it's like I get so
Sonic's coming out here next week.
I like
Bad Boys is coming out next week. Those are really good movies, guys. So there's a ton of good movies that are supposed to be in the movie theater that are coming to on-demand video, which is really cool, and you guys can rent those. All right. Here's a question: what about homeless people? I brought this up, Andrew. This is a big one because...
Especially in California. San Francisco is loaded.
All right, so there's the Stay-at-Home Act or Safer at Home or wherever you're at in the country, it might have a different name. Now, this one really ticks my thing off because... All right, so we have homeless people out there. Those people are spraying it. But let's think about some of our veterans. Some of our veterans are homeless. And these people are on the streets, and we're not keeping track of them or who's diseased. As far as that goes, what are we going to do? What do we do with these people? How do we help them? I mean, because all the shelters are not going to be able to house these people.
Why don't they just get a hotel that they're not using, put all the homeless vets in there, like a vet homeless shelter?
That's what they should do.
Just put it in there and have it be like a homeless shelter, but like a hotel. It doesn't have to be a nice hotel. It doesn't have to be, I mean. Look at what the homeless shelter looks like. Any hotel would be a big building. Let's put everybody in there.
Because they're talking
about... But
then
again, the crowding, it's like the crowding thing's what's messing up.
Well, the social distancing thing and stuff like that. I know, like, here they say if they catch you, you're going to get a misdemeanor. You'll get charged like $600 or $700, $800 or something like that. But here's the thing. If you look at the rules, you can go out for... grocery store to go get takeout. So there's different things you can get away with doing.
All you have to do is just like pretty much know what to say.
Pretty much. Yeah,
the only way I could see it if it was like a child, if someone's under 18, then they'd be more strict on it. But if you're a grown man, and if you're if you're in your 30s or 40s and you're walking or driving, I don't think someone's gonna pull you over and say where are you going. If they are, they just had a bad night. So I don't think they just randomly.
I mean, we got curfew that starts here 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Starting tonight.
When did that go into effect? Because I heard they weren't going to do it.
Oh no, it's in play.
I heard like recently, like today or yesterday, that they were going to do it, and they're not going to.
They can't enforce as a law because they're not agreeing on it. That's the thing here in Florida. I mean, our
So I think they're suggesting like the way they're doing it here. Orlando's a little bit different. I think over here they're not enforcing it, but they're like basically.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, see if you could pull it.
Yeah, it has been issued. So it has been issued, effective as 10 p.m. tonight. So
it's not stay at home. It's a safer at home.
Safer at home, right?
So it's not really.
But they're saying they want you to stay at home. And then if you look at like the exceptions and stuff like that, are the like that little graphic they had up. If you go back one more, all right, click that right there. All right, so listen to this. You can continue to go to the grocery. Let's do the should nots. Go to work unless you're providing essential services. Visit friends or family if they're not an urgent need. Right? Maintain less than 6 feet distance from others when you go out. Visit loved ones in the hospital, nursing home, skilled so you can't even see your loved ones if they're terminal. Think about this. You can't even see them if they're sick.
Wait.
You cannot see them. This is going on around the world. You cannot go see them. So at that point, if you have a terminal person or somebody that might be terminal, you can't see them. So let's talk about.
I think a lot of people are just going to say, no, I don't have it. I want to go home with my family just so they can see their family.
Yeah, but if people are dying on respirators, ventilators, if people are in ICU and they can't leave.
Oh no, ICU is different. I'm saying like,
yeah, it's crazy. So
I thought you meant like if you're my brother and you have it, I can't go see you in the hospital.
That's correct.
But what I'm saying is, what's going to happen is people are going to be like, unless it's terminal for you, what if you just don't say you have it? Now I can see you.
They're gonna swab you, maybe, possibly. If you have the symptoms, they're isolating you and quarantining automatically.
This is getting out of control.
It's getting out of control. It's getting out of control. So let's talk about that. What you can do.
Go to Mars.
So you can go to grocery store, convenience, or warehouse store. You can go to the pharmacy to pick up your medication, healthcare necessities. Go to medical appointments by checking with your doctor provider first. This is where we can help out with telemedicine all around the United States. We can service you guys. You don't have to leave your home. Pharmacy shipped directly to your doorstep. You can go to a restaurant for takeout, delivery, or drive-through. You can care for, support a friend or family member. Now, if you look to the right where it says what you shouldn't visit family or friends with no urgent need. But you go back to what you can do, care or support for a friend or family member. Take a walk, ride your bike, hike, jog, be in nature, exercise. Keep at least 6 feet between you and everybody else in the community. Walk your pets, take them into the veterinarian clinic. Help someone to get necessary supplies. So, at this point, like, it's really, it's so, like, up in the air, man, of all this stuff. It's just crazy.
I want to know if there's any places, any like, specifications where it's not safer to be at home. Like, depending on people's living situation, if they live in a big building, if they live in if you live in a big loft open setting, or, if you live in a big apartment building, or if you live,
Here's another problem with Florida. So most of the people that live in Florida are transit people. That means they live in a different state possibly, or they come here a lot. Think of New York. A lot of snowbirds, they come down here and vice versa.
Yeah,
now, New York is the hot spot, right? It's where everything's going on as far as this virus. Now, we know, because Governor DeSantis said that more flights have came in the last week here to Florida, like Orlando and Tampa, from New York.
Yeah.
So people are coming down because they don't want to be around sick people, and they might be sick coming down here and infecting the sea into our area. So, people
once he
stay
makes
out.
that video, now people are going to be even more paranoid.
Snowbirds, yep. So this is we need to seal Florida up. Governor DeSantis, we need to seal Florida up. Even in driving, people are driving down here. I know because my brother drove down here. He drove down here the other day from Indiana, and I told him to go back. I mean, obviously, well, no, not because I'm worried about him being sick, but listen, if you have a home and you have properties, right, or your business is someplace, you don't want to be far away unless it's too bad of a spot to be by, right? Because, you're comfortable in your home, you got supplies, you want to defend your stuff. I mean, so you really don't want to do that. So, that's kind of where it is, man. But a lot of people are fleeing hotspot areas and coming to Florida. So we need to seal up.
Everyone comes to Florida for anything anyways.
We need to seal up the borders, man. That just is what it is. We need to stop flights from New York or the hotspots to our state or city. So we just need to lock it down, make sure everybody is staying in their areas as far as isolation. That's what we know was happening in Italy. Now, I'm not saying it's any better there. They have more deaths than ever, But,
I mean, I heard as of last week, China had no new cases.
We don't know what China's saying, man. They're a communist country.
Yeah,
whenever they seal it up, they seal it up.
Yeah, they seal it up.
If you go out, you get beat down.
Yeah.
They're like a dictatorship.
So I've seen drones coming into play, like China used drones to monitor with microphones, like go back to your house, put your mask on, like from a drone, so people aren't walking around. I seen Dubai yesterday. They have drones spraying disinfectant through the city. I mean, come on, man. We got to learn something from these guys out there. I mean, they're doing it for a reason.
Dubai got that money, though. I mean, they could.
Dubai's got the dough, man. But think about it. You talk about, because now I talked to Tampa PD, and all these guys are on overtime. So the city they're going to run out of money, dude. Like,
they can go around spraying when there's bugs. When there's bugs are real bad and the trucks go and just spray.
Exactly.
Have a disinfectant
exactly. We could definitely do that. So we need to think about these different things that we can do and help. What up, Shaw's Beats? How you doing? Much respect. My wife and I are going to use our stimulus money to get started with your program. Awesome. Titan is essential. Thank you. Hey, I like the hashtag, man. I'm going to start using that. Titan is essential. Thank you. And I hope we can help you out. I hope you and your wife are healthy and everything's okay at where you guys are at, all right? They took too long to close the cruise. Yep, the cruise ports. Here's another thing. So we just know that there was like 2 or 3 cruise boats in the last couple of days that came into Florida that were all sick. And they had many,
Did it come
many.
to Tampa?
They came to Fort Lauderdale.
Because I know the cruise ships. We're not too far, guys, from the cruise ships.
Oh, we're right across the street.
Yeah, we can see them right across the street.
I mean, literally.
Yeah.
So
they're all sitting there. It's weird to see them all just sitting at, especially at nighttime. They're just sitting there. It's weird.
Some of these cruise boats were already out when the order was not to do any more cruises, and then they were supposed to stop at these other countries. These other countries wouldn't let them in, and now they came back to Florida.
Now, are there people on those ships stuck on the ship?
Sick. I think they've let them off.
That's why that gas station, that first gas station, I don't go in that gas station, the one that's right off the cruise ship.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you travel, the first place you go is the gas station. Once you get some gum, get some water, use the bathroom.
It's true.
That gas station is the only gas station in Channelside.
Yeah.
And it's right there. I don't
It is. That's the only gas station in Channelside.
The only
downtown, that's one of the only ones down here.
Only one,
right?
yeah.
So, it's crazy. It's definitely crazy. What's up, Derek? How you doing, man? You staying strong in St. Pete? Derek Bernstein, lawyer, St. Pete, if you guys need to talk to somebody, he can definitely help you out. So we're talking about all the craziness. And Derek, maybe you could chime in. If you even want to come on the video right now on Instagram, tell us what you think about this stay safer at home and the rules around this. Because it's so up in the air. We were just reading what you can do, what you can't do. And it's kind of confusing for people, even for essential businesses. So like ours, we're a medical center. We have medical staff. We have medical practitioners seeing patients and stuff like that. Some people were saying we needed a letter. So I went on most of these websites. You do not need a letter, a badge, or anything. I read that. So come in your business. So if they stopped you and they're like, "Where are you going?" You can be like, "Listen, I work for an essential business." You don't have to have that either now. So I've definitely checked out some of these different laws, but it's really, really confusing about what's going on out there. So the biggest thing I can say, guys, is stay safe. Boost your immune system. If you guys can, eat antioxidant foods, high-rich antioxidant foods or vegetables.
Red berries,
blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, oranges, anything you guys can get in your diet as far as good food.
Real cranberry juice, not the cocktail. Real
exactly.
It tastes bitter, like real cranberry
100% juice, guys. Yeah. Like he's saying. So don't go for the garbage, the cocktail, because the cocktail means it's not real. All right, but that's what you guys want to do. You guys want to eat these foods, high and rich. I see a lot of people right now eating a lot of processed food still at home, eating garbage at home, and you guys aren't able to work out. And some of you guys,
now is the time, guys. If you haven't been eating clean,
man. It's going to show even more because you can't go to the gym.
The thing is, we're going to see where the real, unless you're genetically crazy and you're 19 or something like that.
Yes.
We're going to see where the real gym and real fitness people and hardcore dieters, not just workout people, are, because you can't work out. The gyms are closed. You're totally out of whack.
Yep.
And a lot of people are doing Uber Eats and eating food they normally wouldn't eat.
This is true.
So if your diet's out of whack and you've just been sitting around, don't fall off.
Even here in Florida, so the governor extended it to May 8th of gyms opening. May 8th. All April's gone, guys. It's gone. And we're not even in April yet. We got a couple days, 4 days?
I don't know what I would do. I mean, luckily I have a spot. I'm friends with a guy that gave me a key so I could work out, but I don't
This is crazy. Crazy,
it's
guys.
Bad.
It's crazy out there. So that's another thing. So guys, make sure you guys are getting your home workouts in. Motivate other people. Don't push them down for doing the home workouts or posting the videos. I'd rather see 1,000,001 home workout videos on my feed than people just going into political garbage or spreading garbage or misinformation out there. Or it is what it is, right? Try to be positive.
I'd like to see somebody that just got into fitness, just got into working out or eating healthy or just in a healthy lifestyle. Just got into it at the same time the gym shut down. I want to see if they can get results at home.
Awesome. That'd be awesome.
I want to see if anybody out there just started working out, if anybody else's body's getting better, whether they're trying to get big, whether they're trying to get small, there's no better definition. Better for you.
Yes.
Who's getting better results or who's
progressing?
Yeah, who's progressing? Yeah. In this quarantine or this lockdown situation or gyms it goes, who's progressing?
You guys
if I could see that, that's crazy. I'd actually want to sit with you and probably do an interview if I could find something.
It would be cool because listen, how many days do you think we're going to be? They're saying Easter, so you've at least got 16 days. You've probably been in for 15. So you can guys start documenting it right now. Document where you're at, document it every day, document maybe, don't do your weight every day, that's not a good thing, but document your progress. So document your workouts, document your diet, document maybe on the scale where you're at 1 week to the next week.
And this would have to be, like I said, it's whatever your better is, but then again, it has to be some type of quality.
Right.
Like, in other words, if someone says, oh, I want to get fat, I'm just going to eat donuts all day and drink Pepsi.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, that's not something that's hard to do.
No.
I'm looking for someone who's hardcore, whether someone who wants to shred up and lose weight, wants to gain weight, whether bulking, anybody who can get progressively, you get a quality look to them.
Yep.
I want to see if you could do that. I actually want to sit and do an interview because to me that's crazy.
Yeah, no.
That's crazy.
You
could actually get your body better than it was when you had all this access and stuff in these gyms.
Yep.
Look at people in these third world countries, these small countries. These guys are shredded.
Yep.
They're doing pull-ups on trees and lifting up. And they look good.
Yep.
So, I mean, you can learn something from them, too. So, I want to see if anybody can progress on that. And I'll pick
They're adapting to what they have. That's what it is, man. You're being resourceful. You're being creative. You're looking for these different things that you guys can do to better yourselves. And this is definitely a way to start your healthy routine, start the healthy lifestyle by the diet and exercise. A lot of people said they didn't have time. You guys got all the time in the world now.
You don't have time. Yeah, exactly. You have nothing but time.
Nothing but time, man. So if you have a wife or girlfriend, beat it up, go downstairs, beat the body up, feed yourself good, man. Watch a couple movies, kind of relax.
Come grab an IV drip and get ready to lock it down for a couple of days and be ready to go.
For sure. So libido enhancers we can help males and females out with too. So if you guys are looking for libido enhancement or bedroom enhancement, we definitely got some awesome therapies. And like I said, for everything that we do, guys, you guys can call or text and we can set you up with a FaceTime or Skype appointment with the medical providers. Do the visit online. Have the pharmacy shipped directly to you guys. You guys don't have to go nowhere, not outside. It comes right to your doorstep. You guys are good to go, okay? And this was another thing. Don't take drugs or anything, medications that are non-human use or for non-human consumption. Everything should be for human use or for human consumption. If it's a medication, it's going to be prescribed, okay? Some people have died or in critical condition right now because they took aquarium cleaner because it was chloroquine on the damn label. All right, and it got a bad name because of this particular couple that I've seen in the media. I've seen a lot of people taking things that they get off research sites. This could be detrimental. You have no idea where it came from. It's not tested. It's not approved in any way. At that point, you don't even know where it was made. Maybe it was made in China when this whole outbreak was going on. Now you're injecting it into yourself. Good job, guys. Don't do that, please. Your health is worth a couple of bucks more. Trust me.
And even if it is something that is, FDA approved, and something your doctor prescribed, and it's prescribed to you, and it has your name on the bottle, and the doctor said it's okay, take it as directed. Don't take more. Don't say, I don't want to get sick, so I'm going to take 5 times as much. Don't take more, don't take less. Take it as the doctor directed. So if it says it on most of our bottles that come from the pharmacy, they'll say the pharmacy will give you instructions on it.
The signature,
whether it's take 0.45 ml twice a week or take 1 every day. Everything's on there. Follow that. Don't go above that. Don't go below that. If you have questions on those instructions, call, speak to, figure out if there's whatever it is. Speak to your doctor, speak to your healthcare provider before you go making a decision on your own to take less or more. Take it as directed, even if it's prescribed to you. Just because it has your name on it doesn't mean you could take a whole bunch and it's safe.
No.
It's safe as the doctor tells you.
Exactly. And that was a big thing too. I seen that a lot of the DEA actually sent out an email and said they're closing down their phone lines. All you can do for healthcare providers is email them now.
Because it's too many questions?
I don't know if it's too many questions or they're not at work. They're working from home. It's crazy, guys. And the big email said was, don't make sure your patients aren't worried. We're going to make sure that enough controlled substances are here for their availability. Because how many people are in pain management out there? How many people are taking Oxycodone, Oxycontin, some of these different things? And even that has changed now. So there was a big system that was out there that obviously tracks this. Now, before, it all had to be on handwritten scripts. They couldn't electronically prescribe this anymore. Well, now they've opened that back up because obviously people aren't going into these providers. They're scared to, or these offices are closed down because they don't want their staff. We also have a lot of outbreaks here in offices. So Florida Orthopedic, one of the doctors, had coronavirus. He was doing injections on people. He got most of the staff contaminated. So there's a lot of different things that are going on out there that you guys got to be protecting yourselves with. Even if a patient comes in here, our staff is in full PPE. So they are from shield to gown to gloves to booties, making sure.
Even when I walk there, usually when I come in the back door, but even if I walk through the front door, it's like as soon as I come in, the masks are right there. Everyone's like,
gloves.
It reminds me of like Men in Black, some experiment going on.
Gotta do it, guys. Gotta do it. So hopefully we'll get through this. All together, we will get through this. The stimulus package, I guess, got approved. That's going to hopefully help a lot of small businesses, people in need right now. Hopefully the big businesses, they keep going too. I know there's a lot of hate out there for them, but hey, listen, they employ a lot of people out there.
Canada got it right, though. Canada got it right.
$2,000 a month for 4 months.
I think $950 every 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they definitely got it right.
And they have other stuff too. I think they have like some certain things they don't have to pay or do.
I honestly think that the U.S. got it pretty good, and let me tell you why. Because, and this was, some people didn't like this, but this for me, I think it's okay. So in the stimulus package, if you were making $15 an hour somewhere and you got laid off, so the unemployment. Now it would be an average of $23 an hour is what you'll get paid for 4 months.
More.
You'll get more.
So you basically almost get time and a half.
Right. So people are arguing, well, why would people want to go back to work if they're getting paid more amount of money? Yeah. And let me tell you why somebody would probably want to go back to work. Because A, you'll probably get benefits out of it. 2, after that 4 months, your job might not be there, and somebody else might take that job. Yeah. Okay, as was 3.2 million people filed for unemployment.
Yeah, it's a high. I saw that.
3.2 million people.
Yeah. What was it before? That's what I want to know.
It wasn't that high.
I mean, was it in the millions?
I don't even think it was in the millions. I think it was a couple 100,000.
The whole country? That's it?
Dude, I mean, it wasn't that bad. Listen, don't quote me on that number as far as people that were on before.
I think it's going to go up.
But I know this one was 3.2 million.
It's still going to go up.
It's still going to go up.
Because people right now are probably like, so one more week of this, and then next thing you know, everyone's going to be
if they approve, and I'm pretty sure that it all got approved, and once the president, I know the House of Representatives, the Senate and Congress have approved this bill. So next it will go to President Trump. He'll sign it, and he already said he's going to do it. Once he signs it, the bill is enacted, and at that point they said that the loans for the small businesses will go out. And here's the thing. So they're going to incentivize the small businesses not to fire or to rehire their people because they're going to actually pay for 8 weeks of pay they're going to give the loan.
Good.
And if you keep your people on and you do the right thing, they're going to forgive the loan.
Oh, shit.
That's huge, guys.
Yeah.
They're going to make it pay the interest on the loan. So it's like 4%. So let's say your payroll is $120,000 over 8 weeks. You'll pay $4,800. If you do everything right, it's gone.
Yeah, guys. If your company or whoever you work for is treating you bad during this,
this should show you guys.
Yeah, if your company's taking care of you and everything's they're if they don't have it exactly how you want it, but they're working the best they can with their employees and they're trying to figure, then I would suggest do what you want to do, but I would stay with that company.
You're gonna stay with
your company's doing shitty and bad now with all this stuff going on, and you don't know what's going on with the company. They don't want to pay you anything to let people go, this and that. Then that pretty much means at the drop of a dime, you could be gone too.
Absolutely.
So I'd recommend.
In the good times, everybody's peaches and cream, but in the bad times, you really see people's character. You really see businesses' character. Now some businesses they're not financially stable. I understand that they can't pay their employees. They have to do what they got to do. Some of these businesses, I don't know about. Like, I hate to say it, man. Airplane companies, to me, I understand we need them, but at that point, those guys charge you for extra baggage. Yeah, charge you for an upgrade in a seat. I mean, the taxes. Some of these airlines, to bring one bag on, they charge you. So at that point, they were taxing us left and right more than ever.
And it's almost like you could never do it in one bag. Like if you're going for like a week, it doesn't matter. Even if you're by yourself, I could never do it in like one bag.
For real.
It just takes way too long.
It is what it is. You want to come in here, Sharice? Sharice she's watching us from the side.
Everybody's IV'd up.
Yep. Sharice is IV'd up, ready to go.
Oh, you guys are still on the
We're almost done. We're finishing up right now.
Too much fun, right?
5-minute warning, guys. So we have Sharice in the house. Oh, Nicole, you can come in here too. Come on, Nicole. So we're full in here. We're doing social distancing. Make sure you guys are social. You guys can come right here.
Yeah, we're socially distanced.
So we're social distancing ourselves away from each other. We're not trying to gather, but we want to show everybody that's in here. And you guys can see there's Sharice. She's got her IV and her bun.
That's the
Nicole on Instagram Live. The angles are there. So if you guys don't know, Nicole is our office manager. Say hi.
That's me. That's her.
All right, we got Sheree. So we're at full staff here, and we're working to make sure patients around the country, know about our immune system boosting therapies that will help them right now. 2, know that we have the COVID-19 medications, hydroxychloroquine and erythromycin. We're taking appointments for those. So if you guys need that, a family member, yourself, a friend, call or text 727-389-3220. We've got injectable vitamin C, injectable zinc. We also have zinc in oral form, pill form. Next week, our therapy of the week will be injectable vitamin C along with the zinc in pill form, or injectable if you want to do that.
Also available in the drip too. They can get it in the IV drip.
So listen, if you guys are here in the area, man, I mean the IVs are definitely where it's at. You guys can get a
got drip for sale all day.
All day.
Drip,
drop top. You guys can get it and feel good about yourselves. All right. So this is another Tight Lifestyle Friday, and every Friday with me and Big Drew and some special guests here, as you guys can see. We brought some pretty ladies in.
Special.
Because me and Big Drew, we're the other guys.
We're special.
Guys, yeah.
We're special.
So we got more coming at you guys. Please stay tuned to Titan. Call or text us for any of your questions or concerns.
Bye.
Another successful Friday. You got anything else, Drew?
That's it. Check it out. Big Drew, Titan Lifestyle. Make sure you check us out. titanmedical.com. Also, we got the IV drips. FDA approved now, so check it out so everybody else can shut up because we are FDA approved now. Check us out at titanmedical.com. Next week, Titan Lifestyle. Titan Talk on Tuesday and Sundays on ABC.
Let's see you. We'll see you there. Thank you guys for all the support.